Okay.
All right. Let's.
Here's what we'll do.
We have a little.
We have a little the timetable. So we're gonna, initial thoughts. We'll just go in the same order. Just like literally like one sentence.
Do a bumper sticker analysis.
No. Initial thoughts before we start talking about it.
Okay.
What did you think of it in one sentence, and then we'll go. So
I've got a good bumper sticker for what I think of it.
Becky, go ahead.
Zack Snyder, Michael Bay's another comic book movie.
Okay. All right. Who's next?
Daniel.
No, man, give me a sec.
I liked it. I definitely see the flaws in it, but I'm going to defend it because I want to like it.
Okay.
Dave?
I think the big ideas outweigh the plot holes.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Well said. Well said.
Ooh.
Okay.
I thought it was a mess.
If I were a toddler, I wouldn't have been insulted.
Grownup, human, comic, people! Grownup, human, comic, people!
Damn.
Wow.
You that shit hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Boom. Damn, Dan.
I gotta go. I can't improve on that.
I'm gonna say that I can't believe that anyone made a movie like this after we've had so many good superhero movies.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Come on, guys. No.
Dan.
Nope. No, I'm gonna call him Paul Lenny. Nope, George. Nope. All
right. I see how this is.
But the big-
it's most people hate it. Obviously, if we're at this point, most people hated the movie. The Rotten Tomatoes score says it all. The internet has bashed the fuck out of this movie over and over again.
What's the Rotten Tomatoes score?
It's in the fucking 30s.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
It's as bad as a Kevin Smith movie. Yeah. I mean, it fucking sucks.
As a new Kevin Smith.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
In fact,
New.
Yeah, right.
Kevin, if you're listening, you're still welcome on the podcast.
It's 20. I'm sorry. It's 29% on
I listen to everything.
29%.
I listen to everything he puts out. I love Kevin Smith.
The Metacritic is actually significantly better. It's about 50.
Really?
That's still an E or an F, depending on what school you went to.
True.
But
Yeah.
You love every Kevin Smith movie?
No. I love Kevin Smith as a commentator on pop culture and comic books and things like that.
I love all of his movies up to like
Tusk.
97
Tusk
or
was
98.
fucking
oh,
horrible.
Tusk
Yeah.
is weird.
I didn't see
Yeah.
Tusk.
Tusk was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's back on task.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, so all right, we got our initial thoughts. I was thinking maybe we just go through some of the characters and then we get into the plot. So
Okay.
Yeah, I like the way you have it. I like
yeah.
this.
I tried.
This is
I
good.
I
This is thoughtful.
I use my teaching skills because they're kind of rusty, but whatever.
Yeah.
I thought all your teaching skills were exhausted in drinking while we did the podcast.
They are.
Or are they improved
JK.
upon by drinking?
No, I was trying to say that Dan drank whenever he taught all the time. That was a really
Probably
bad
needed-
joke.
You'd still be a teacher if you did
I
that.
drank right. No, I would drink the night prior and wake up with a massive hangover and go to work.
See, that's the problem. You should have drank the morning and then,
Ah.
then
would
you let
reek.
it wear off.
Because I would reek. I'm one of those people that booze like just comes out of your pores. Like you just stand next to me and you get drunk.
And
You would
that's
get so drunk at night, you'd hope that you woke up drunk the next day so that you could be like...
That has happened.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's happened to all of us.
Oh, well, that's the best possible scenario. If you wake up drunk, then you have time to negate the...
Yeah.
I would go
the hair of the
and I
dog
would
maybe.
teach.
Yeah.
I would teach first and second period drunk, and then third period would be planning, and I would lock the door, turn off the lights, and take a nap. And then I would wake up, drink a coffee or tea, and I'd be like, well, I'm feeling good.
Today's are gonna be all right.
My planning session
know
went
what?
something like, I plan not to be here next year.
That sounds like the best
Yeah, but you
possible
know what?
teaching job
I
ever.
was better than every fucking.
I'm sure.
I
I'm confident.
yes.
Well, 'cause
Having
the other-
known
the other
you for a
teachers-
long time, I'm confident you were.
The other teachers were just drinking the whole day through. You just started, so you were only in the
Right.
still drunk when you got there.
A necessary evil. Anyways, so let's start with Batman. I fucking thought Ben Affleck was a really good Batman. I thought he looked the part, he acted the part, and I mean, because he was Frank Miller's Batman, old,
Yeah.
grumpy, fucking defeated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
And
nothing wrong with it. There was nothing wrong with his
He was good. I mean, he was fucking bulky as fuck, and that's one thing that no other Batman persona has accomplished. They've all been skinny, but
Right.
he was
Yep.
fucking
Well-
jacked as shit.
Well,
And-
I agree, and because they're kind of going off of the Dark Knight Returns a little bit, he should be bulky.
Yes.
But in the tradition of Batman, like Batman shouldn't be like that massive. He's the initial idea of Batman is he's an athlete, and he's almost like a gymnast. That's why he's able to be invisible all the time. He's a ninja. Yeah,
he is a ninja. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's not this like humongous guy, but
Well, he's not like Batista big, but I mean he is strong looking.
oh, he's definitely strong.
Yeah, and I like that. I like because he was. I mean, if you're gonna dress up in a bat suit, and if you're a scrawny shit, you're not gonna be very intimidating.
Right. I would compare him to like Captain America.
Yes.
Captain America is like the peak of human,
Right.
like fitness. He's not because Cap isn't like burly really. He's in really good shape. He's big, but he's not
Yeah.
like hulking. He's not-
Right. He's not. Yeah, he's not like massively
No.
intimidating on
no.
the screen.
I'd say that Ben Affleck was bordering on that
he
intimidating.
was close. He was close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is how he's drawn in the
yeah.
comic.
I liked. I thought Batfleck was solid.
Yeah.
And from the rumors, like we're gonna get him in solo Batman movies. Like, I'm game.
Yeah. There's absolutely no problem with. Yeah. Who else has some thoughts about? And you know what? Like, any of the characters. Like, what
Yeah.
characters did anybody like?
have
or
mean,
dislike?
Wonder
we have this
Woman.
Great way to this. I like this format. that
Okay,
Dan's
we can go.
up
We can
here.
go down
Yeah.
there. That's fine. Okay, so
I think that's cool.
Yeah, Superman. Anybody who wants to?
I was impressed with Batman.
Yeah.
I'm probably the person here who felt agnostic about the entire film. I didn't like it. I didn't dislike it.
Yeah.
I liked the characters. I thought the characters, it didn't save it, but it brought, it redeemed the film.
The strength.
What Zack Snyder fucking did to it with the plot, or lack thereof.
well, it's David Goyer that wrote it, I think.
Well,
right?
yeah, but God, I fucking Zack
Yeah.
Snyder.
Yeah, I know.
Technically, wasn't it Ben Affleck's Argo writer?
Was it?
Yeah.
Which is weird because I really liked Argo.
Yeah.
Well, Argo's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a superhero.
Argo,
Supposedly
fuck yourself.
Polish a turd.
Okay.
But no, I mean,
That's all you can do.
I went in expecting to hate Ben Affleck as Batman, and I didn't.
No, I agree with that. I
Yeah,
liked
me
Ben
too.
Affleck as him. He was fine. It was totally fine. He wasn't the best Bruce Wayne. He wasn't the worst Bruce Wayne. He was totally fine as both Bruce Wayne and Batman. Nothing wrong with that.
You know what's funny is in the trailers, seeing Ben Affleck as Batman was the thing that turned me off most to it. Walking out of the theater, that was its most redeeming quality.
Wow.
Well, maybe Wonder Woman, but like
Wonder Woman.
Ben Affleck as Batman, I was like, man, you've come a long way since J-Lo. You got your shit together.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the collective world response to Ben Affleck being cast as Batman was, oh fuck, like this fucking guy, like, and then like we thought about him as Daredevil, and we're like, double fuck, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he was good, like. I take back, and I was one of those people. I was like, fuck, I don't know, but hey, he was good, man.
He was.
He,
Yeah, he was
he
fine.
sold me on the
He was
role.
alright.
I liked him, and I look forward to whatever he does with that role going forward. Because like Becky hinted earlier, like the plot kind of blew, but the characters were strong to a degree.
I wouldn't say they were strong. I said they were. I said they were okay. They were fine. Like they were well. Like Batman was totally fine. Superman is fine.
Do you think
There
that's a
are
fault?
no strong
It's
characters.
not a fault of the. I think the actors did a good job despite.
Oh
of
yeah,
the
yeah,
script.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was just sometimes like,
The writing is
why
terrible.
this? Oh God, don't.
The
worry.
writing is absolutely
Writing
terrible.
blows.
Yeah. It was like a
writing's
CMU
goddamn
master's
giant mess,
thesis.
but
Yeah.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
So okay. But the next item on the list is Superman. I'm just gonna say, for me, like I didn't think that either Ben Affleck or Henry Cavill did a bad job as their character.
I like Henry
I just didn't like Batman or Superman in a movie called Batman versus Superman. I'm like, hey Batman, you don't you realize that Superman's on our side? And it's like, hey Superman, why? I didn't like either one of them at all.
But that was, again, I think that's not the fault of the characters. I think it was the fault of, hey, you guys are supposed to hate each other. Do you know that? Really, that's the plot.
It's just shoehorned in. Like the movie's called
fucking ridiculous.
Batman versus. It could be called, if it was just called Dawn of Justice. They had a lot of like wiggle room to do
Right,
different
for
stuff.
sure,
But
for
it's like they pretty much shoehorned in. It's like,
Sorry.
well, Batman and Superman have to fight in this movie, so I guess we got to create a bunch of reasons why.
All right, I'm gonna try to defend that right now.
Oh, God.
Okay, so
Give it a shot.
so here we
Yeah.
go. All right. So the first thing you said was it's called Dawn of Justice. Well, what is before dawn?
Oh, dear Lord.
Night.
Come on, say it. Say it loud.
Night.
Okay. That wasn't loud. That wasn't loud. Night. Night
These are
is
starting,
what?
These are starting to sound like
Dark.
Twilight books.
Dark. Night is dark. So the movie is dark because both characters. Yeah. No fucking shit. The movie's dark, douche.
This is thin already, Dan.
Come on, let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
Give me
Sorry.
the fucking
Sorry.
stage.
Give me the fucking.
Please.
Go ahead.
So the movie is dark because both characters have not found their ability to be a hero. Batman has lost his ability to be a hero because Robin died. And they gave us a shitty 2-second shot of a Robin suit. They didn't give us a fucking flashback, but yet they gave us all these other fucking flashbacks that were fucking inconsequential
And
to the
dreams.
goddamn plot. But they didn't give us that flashback, which would have made fucking sense because it would have shown that Batman is broken.
Yeah.
And any I don't know if the general moviegoers knew that Batman was broken, but I think
Really?
we all knew that Batman was broken.
I mean,
Because I don't think because this movie, one of the problems with this movie was it played too much off of so many DC stories and so much lore that the general moviegoer or audience or critic even said, yeah, I don't fucking get this. I
Yeah.
don't know why this fucking shit's happening. It doesn't fucking make sense because all I know is what I see on fucking commercials that Batman and Superman are heroes and then there's this fucking Justice League shit and they hang out and have fun. Like this, there was too much of DC history meshed into 2.5 hours
Well, yeah.
and it didn't
That's the problem.
resonate with the general moviegoers. For me, as a fucking asshole who has spent much more time studying this than anything else in life, I got it. Like I connected with it. But so fuck. So okay, the darkness thing. So Batman is broken. Superman is young. He's only what 18 months into being being Superman. He's not the fucking Boy Scout superhero that history is used to because he's been around since what, the 30s?
well,
yeah, but do you,
or even a different version of Superman who has kind of been superheroing, like for example the American Alien version. Like
Yeah.
he's been doing superhero stuff since he's been like a teenager because he
Right.
has the ability to help people. He helped people in Smallville. He helps people all the time.
But
and now
that's-
he's just like kind of like, here I am. I'm Superman. I'll help everybody.
Right, but this movie didn't take
Right.
that approach. This
Right.
movie took the approach that he became Superman 18 months ago. So
Right.
he blows at being a superhero.
Yeah.
He wrecked a city. He fucking killed Zod. Half the world doesn't like him. So, like, he's still pretty dark. So both heroes are dark. So the movie concludes on what? His death and Batman saying, well, I fucked up. I failed him in life.
Not even his death. His fucking
He's
like.
not. Yeah.
He's in a coffin
yeah.
in the
Everybody
goddamn
in the
dirt
movie
is-
thinks he's dead.
Yeah.
So,
gotcha.
my thinking is this movie is so dark because both heroes don't know their way. And when Superman is resurrected, he will finally find his place in the world because he struggled with that throughout both movies, like finding his place in the world, Man of Steel and this movie. And Batman, we're new to Batman in this universe, but he clearly has a horrendous outlook on how to do things. Like, he's completely illogical. He wants to go kill Superman. So maybe once this movie ends and they move on to the next step, they will be a little bit lighter. Because Batman will understand that he was wrong, and Superman will wake up and realize, I was approaching this the wrong way. I was trying to be a hero the wrong way, but I'm gonna be a hero the way that we're all used to being a hero.
The only thing that I have to respond to that with is like, I've actually never come out of another superhero movie being like, well, okay, so maybe in the next one, what they're gonna do is, in order to validate this one, like,
Right.
no, I came out like, man, that was sweet, or no, that was kind of shitty, like. It's not like, well, I kind of see what they were trying to do, like, because everybody knows, like, this is their flagship fucking movie,
Yeah.
and like, okay, they're setting up this whole thing. That's not what a movie is about. It's not about
It's
like,
not.
let's set up all this
right.
shit.
Yeah.
Guess what? That makes a 2.5 hour boring piece of shit movie.
We're not writing a wiki
It's
on the
not
plot
ex-
of
it's not
Final
exciting.
Fantasy VII.
It is.
We're
It's not.
watching Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
No, that's my point, because it's
Good fucking fights
convoluted
in
and
this movie.
crazy.
It's not exciting.
When Batman and Superman fight,
No, because I know they're not going to kill each other.
but Batman
I know what-
fucking beats the shit out of him, and that's awesome.
Yeah,
Except-
that's fine. But like if I thought that there was okay, maybe one of them might kill the other one, then I'd be like, holy shit, one of them's gonna die. Okay, now I'm invested. I know
okay.
from the beginning that neither one of them are gonna
Because
die.
You understand DC history.
No, I understand that like a movie called Batman versus Superman is not going to kill either Batman or Superman.
All right,
I'd hope
let's
they
say
kill off
pretend-
Jesse
Pretend
Eisenberg,
that
though.
you did not know any fucking history.
I would still know that.
When Batman was beating the fucking shit out of Superman, you wouldn't think like, oh shit, he might do it.
No.
In fairness, if I
No,
didn't know the
because-
history of either Batman or Superman and had no context to place them in, the last fucking movie I would go see is something fucking named Batman versus Superman. I'd be like, fuck you. I'll fucking read a book. I'll read the newspaper.
there's just so many justifications for like whenever someone says like, yeah, I like this, and I'm like, okay, so can you tell me why?
You're right.
Because they love
the
dream
movie has-
sequences.
has
that
some
shit, I hate that
serious
shit.
Exactly.
fucking plot holes in
It
it.
has the whole thing is a goddamn plot hole.
All right, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
All right, so next we kind of got to pass Batman Superman. So Lex Luthor.
Oh, please let me
You know
comment
what?
on Lex Luthor.
Becky, go ahead,
wanna
please.
hear some of this.
Fucking
And
Jesse.
then Jarrett.
Okay.
Oh, he's terrible.
He's the worst.
He's the-
he
this
is
is
the
the worst
absolute worst
character in
He
the whole
goes on
fucking
all these
movie.
like ridiculous, convoluted rants, and you just want to strangle him through the screen. Although I kind of want to strangle Jesse Eisenberg in general,
Yeah.
because he kind of gets pigeonholed into these like roles that
Yeah.
make him go on these
He's like
pseudo. We talked about this. These pseudo intellectual, whiny rants. Like, why did I get a B- on my paper? Kind of rants.
But it's this fucking disjointed, like idiosyncratic, like this very nuanced bullshit. If you're so fucking intelligent, if you're so fucking intelligent, are you gonna be
Yeah.
up there like, well, it's well, the greatest tragedy in the world is a man with knowledge and no power because that's that's a paradox. Batman meets Superman. Peace, guys. Like, LexCorp, 2K16, hoverboards.
Fuck you. I am
Now your
really.
stock has gone down, you idiot.
I really want to hear Jer rip a new one.
Yeah, Jer,
please,
go ahead.
because he's good at that.
I think that they cast him as the Joker. I think that's what.
Yes, that's exactly what Dan and I said. We said they tried too much to make
He
him the
even
Joker.
does like he gets real soft and he gets real loud all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I really wanted to hear him say bats.
Oh, God.
He blowed.
Oh,
He
man.
was fucking-
And why was
worst.
he after
was
Superman?
horrible.
Why didn't he like Superman? He was just like, I just
They
don't
didn't
like
Oh.
explain it. That's the
We're
problem.
getting to that.
gotta
When
wait
it comes
for
to the word plot on this list here,
Well,
then we're gonna
I think we'll all
destroy.
tear it up. I think we'll
Yeah,
all tear it up.
because that.
I don't think Zack Snyder knows what that is.
All right, so
Jesse Eisenberg sucked.
yeah.
But I don't even necessarily say it's his fault,
Once again, not his fault.
but I'm sure a little bit of I'm sure it's 50-50 because he probably took the script and adapted it to what he wanted it to be. But like Jer said, like he was like the Joker. That's not fucking Lex Luthor.
No, Lex Luthor in the fucking cartoon show is Clancy Brown, who is,
Right.
his
Yeah.
voice is like booming and like in control and very confident
Yes.
and like
Yeah,
and,
like
and
discerning
brilliant.
and stoic.
Yeah, yeah.
and
He's
just
we
like
get-
scared. He's
fucking
so
strong.
yeah.
We
He's
get
so
Mark Zuckerberg's Joker instead.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking Mark Zuckerberg. That's exactly it.
You know what?
That's
Tomorrow, the day of my birthday, I'm gonna get O-Town and fucking Jesse Eisenberg coming to my house and just shooting me in the face. It's gonna happen. Bring it, bitches.
Yeah, that is not Lex. Lex is
No.
is that stoic fucking businessman persona that has an insane side privately.
He is
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
no,
He's
yeah.
crazy privately.
I don't think that he's crazy. I think that he's
Maniacal?
no, he's a sociopath. He's not crazy.
Yeah.
But he's a
Call-
high-functioning
call him-
sociopath. I mean,
yeah, say what you. I mean, okay,
Right.
crazy obviously not being a technical term, but like
Exactly.
it's,
It's-
he's
he
definitely
has
his affliction is being a sociopath. I think because
Yes.
But he's a
He has a
smart, like
twisted
clever.
side.
So he's like a
Absolutely.
Sherlock. You know.
he
Yeah.
doesn't expose that mania to the public.
No.
Whereas Jesse Eisenberg, Luthor, was like, I'm gonna give a goofy fucking speech at a library fucking award show.
never mind. You know, everyone just go back to drinking.
Right.
Have a good day.
drink
I'm glad you came to the party. Thank you.
Drink for me.
Do you know what? I will say.
Please don't wander into my server room that's next to the kitchen downstairs with no lock on it.
There was that one.
Jesus Christ! I didn't even, I was so let down by so much other stuff.
yeah,
that
you're
didn't
right.
even fucking register to me. Holy shit!
Pay no attention to the large bank of computers next to the kitchen.
With
That's a
the
comic
cable,
book
where
thing.
you,
fuck?
you
That's
can
a comic
download
book thing.
all of the information from some T9 cord that's hanging out from above the secured door. Like what?
Oh.
But then
Yeah, 'cause
he could clone a phone with his phone with no cords.
Right.
So why
Right, he
couldn't you
didn't
just
need
clone
it.
that shit
Yeah.
with no cords?
Alfred couldn't just hack into this.
Well, they
God
had to
damn it.
appeal to the NCIS fan. Because they do that dumb shit all the time. If Monkey was here, he'd go, that's wrong.
Did anybody at this table enjoy Lex?
No.
No,
That's
no.
the worst part of the
No,
movie.
no, because
Oh, yeah,
All right.
come on. You liked it.
No.
okay, let's
I will
first
say- I will say I liked Lex's music though.
Oh, I did too.
His
Actually.
music was fun.
I don't remember
Yes.
what the music was because I was
Neither
too
do
busy
I.
being like, "What the
It's a
fuck are
very-
you saying?"
frantic.
Buoyant, frantic.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I would describe it.
Okay.
It was good. His music was good. Because it didn't it was a little bit maniac, but it was like classical maniac.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it actually made me think of classic Lex from, like what we're used to in the cartoons
Yeah.
Okay.
and in the recent portrayals of Lex Luthor.
Okay.
I don't know, man. My thoughts. Batman. Great. Wasn't upset with the character or the actor.
I
Superman.
like Henry Cavill a lot.
Yeah. Superman.
You just think he's sexy.
Although he is,
I do.
He is.
No, he's a fucking he's like a it's like a statue.
Yeah.
Okay. But after you said that, whenever you get some free time, go and see the things that he's said in public.
Oh, no, I know.
Holy shit!
Trust
he
me.
has no idea what's going on.
Ew, he's oblivious.
Oh, he's a fucking idiot.
Really?
Well,
He's-
man, when you're
he's
that
not
handsome,
the
you can't be
sharpest crayon
intelligent
in
too
the
because
box.
nobody else would have a chance to procreate.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
funny.
Henry, but here's what's great about Henry Cavill. Like, the wheel's turning, but the hamster's dead.
yeah.
Like, he's great at acting. No, I mean, I've seen him in The Tudors. He plays the parts great. It's just,
I liked Immortals.
yeah. Oh,
Cool.
God, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's good in that.
Yeah.
But he's not, yeah.
No. He said some stuff that's like so like tone deaf as far as like just being able to say things in public as like a celebrity.
Yeah.
If you're listening, just go and find it out for yourself. I'm not gonna.
Google his Twitter.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
But Wonder Woman,
Oh yes,
Great.
she's my
Great.
favorite part
Fantastic.
of the movie.
She was so good.
And not just
Yeah.
because she's a
Actually,
chick.
my favorite character in the movie might have been Alfred.
Oh, Alfred.
I'm not.
Because he's
even
the only
kidding.
reasonable human in the
Yeah,
whole fucking
yeah,
thing.
And he was.
Oh, I
he
thought
was-
Wonder Woman was.
He was a
Oh yeah,
great.
yeah, that's fair. Well, she's not human though.
Well, fair enough.
I love that Alfred. I love that he was like kind of edgy in like a take charge sort of way.
Like super old.
Right.
Which I think
Right.
is necessary in a Batman film.
Although,
Yeah.
We
although
talked
we
about that.
we were in the car on the way here. We're like,
10
so
years
whenever
older?
Bruce Wayne's parents were killed, was Alfred like 16? He's really not
dude,
not a big
actually.
age gap there.
It's fair. Maybe he's doing like some HGH or some TRT. Like he's got a good endocrinologist. She's
No.
keeping him fucking young and vital
Thanks
looking.
to Cher's pioneering efforts,
Bruce Wayne does-
Alfred
Bruce
is
Wayne
the
does have
oldest
a lot of-
living person on Earth. Thanks,
Right.
Cher.
But going back to my like initial thought, which was if I was a toddler, I wouldn't have been offended. It was because it was like, okay, Wonder Woman, almost a non-character in the movie,
Which is
until and so it just felt like, you know, when you're playing with a little kid. Like recently, I was playing with my friend's little kid, and like she started, you know, like at first she was cool with like whatever she had, you know, she just had like some stupid fucking block,
Right.
And like we're hanging out, and she's like cool with this block.
I just see you like hanging out real cool, and then the kid was like holding a block, just looking bored.
And Dan's like,
And that's how it
fucking
began.
block.
no,
Like, what do you know that stupid fucking block?
It's like Beetlejuice, nice fucking model.
no, man, but she like dug this block, okay, and it was like it wasn't great. She wasn't like elated. She wasn't like ecstatic about this block, but she had a block and she was okay with it. And it's like, okay, that's a block.
Yeah.
And then like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, she started like fussing a little bit, and she's like, this fucking block, like, and so immediately me as the director of that experience, like I'm thinking the director and writer of Batman vs Superman was like, oh, wait a minute. People might want more. What are we gonna do? Doomsday! Yes, let's throw Doomsday in. Okay, let's create Doomsday. And so that was like me, and I'm like, oh, now here, I'll just like tickle your belly. Like, hey, you know? And it's like now you got a block and a tickle belly, you know? And it's like that was cool for a little bit, right? And it's like, oh, okay, well, this thing's happening, you know, and then it's like, oh, there's like another little like, this is boring, you know, I'm sick of you fucking, like, you just tickling my belly, and that was cool for a little bit, and I had that block, and it was cool for a little bit before that, but like now I need more, like, and so I go into panic mode, like I imagine they went into panic mode. Wonder Woman! Let's get Wonder Woman. Let's put Wonder Woman in here. Let's have Doomsday. Let's have Lex Luthor. Let's have Batman. Let's have Superman. It's all gonna come together. It's gonna converge.
Oh my god,
And
you
what do
sound
you
like
have?
Dennis
You
Leary
just
right
have
now.
this fucking, like, by the end of it, she's in a walker with a fucking block in a bottle, and I'm tickling her belly, and it's just this mess of activity just to try to keep someone, like, entertained and not cry and or walk the fuck out.
I'm just imagining your friend's kid is like 16.
She's got a block and a tickle belly. But okay, but wait, but can I
Seemed
just
like a great idea at the time.
not the toddler aspect, but like from what you just said is what kind of I don't want to say offended because I don't want to use the word trigger or anything because you know I'm not that person. But what pissed me off the most about the film was that it just seemed like a shitty short setup for a bunch of other films.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
It was a teaser for
Well,
a
it
bunch
was.
of other individual characters' films.
Absolutely.
Like Wonder Woman,
what it
she's
was.
awesome and badass. Why is she doing what she's doing? Don't worry about it.
It was
cool music. That's
Oh
why.
yeah,
It was-
See, they had really cool music.
Cool music.
It was almost
Rad music,
almost exactly the opposite of some of the earlier Marvel films, where it's like when you get to the end of
Set
Iron
off
Man,
Siri. Oh my god.
Something up for a shitty short setup for a bunch of other bills.
that's Siri repeating back what you just said.
Oh my god, I got all that
You
shit.
got everything we said.
Yeah.
Thanks, Siri.
Hello, Siri. Oh, it's okay.
I
You don't
turned
have
it
that
off.
set up.
Did
Shit.
Batman vs Superman come up? Was that
Yeah. She hated it too.
But okay, so like if you watch I just watched Iron Man the other day, and
That's a great movie.
It's,
Yeah, I
it's
like
fucking
that
great
movie.
because at the end of it, you're like, that was really cool, and
Yes.
then at the very end of it, they're like, hey, guess what? Avengers. And you're like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
Wait, that's the end. Now I have this. Okay, we're gonna get Avengers. That's cool.
But Batman
Right,
versus
but
Superman,
is the
that was
fucking
the inverse.
opposite.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, we're gonna do Justice League. Like they're just shouting it in your face the whole fucking time. It's like,
Yeah.
we have this email that has the Flash on it, and Cyborg, and Aquaman, and Wonder Woman,
Shoving it in your
fucking
face.
Like you could completely take that part out and it would have no effect on the plot of the movie at all in any way.
Okay, so imagine you're a filmmaker and Warner Brothers like they roll in with their fucking robes and cloaks and crowns and they say to you, you need to fucking make a movie that accomplishes what the Marvel universe has done
In one movie.
in one movie. So, how do you do it?
With
Like,
Michael Keaton.
No, you can't. You can't do it. This movie was
can't.
2.5 movies in one. And
Yeah.
But therein
honestly,
lies the
like,
problem.
I think as corny as the email thing was, it was better than showing like you flash from one, like you go from one scene to the next scene, and it's just, oh, here's fucking Aquaman. He's gonna fucking stab something, and then they're gonna flash back to the plot of the movie. Like,
Oh, yeah, flashbacks.
That was the only way to do it cohesively. So I accept it. As someone that is praying for them to get their shit together, I accept it as their way of saying, we're creating a shared universe, and you must like it, and you must love it, and you must accept it, and move on to the next thing. So I'm okay.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay.
Jared,
because-
I'm with you.
Because Warner Brothers, they don't get it. Because they don't have a Kevin Feige who says, like, no. Because Kevin Feige is, like, fucking Grand Admiral Thrawn of Marvel pictures, Marvel movies, and he says no, yes, no, yes, no, yes.
Yeah.
And if you don't
That's
fucking
what you
like
need.
it, fuck you. And
Yeah.
Warner Brothers is this bunch of fucking stuffy fucks in suits, is sitting in a room saying, we need to make fucking $1 billion as soon as possible, and we fucking didn't do shit with this franchise 10 years ago when we should have. So. Let's fucking make some money, guys.
Everyone at Warner Brothers is Patton Oswalt's character in BoJack Horseman.
Yes.
At the book publisher. Like the one that like shit's being like the movers are like in the office like taking his shit away. He's like, we have to make money now. You need to put Batman and Superman in the same movie right now.
But to
must-
counter
we must
with
fucking
another
do it.
cartoon character, I want to go up to Warner Brothers and Zack Snyder most especially, and sometimes Jesse Eisenberg, from a character that I love from Rick and Morty. Get all your shit together. Put it in a backpack. Just get it all together. You know, take it to the shit store. Sell it. I don't care. But get your shit together. Because they don't have it together.
They don't. They don't. But I think after this movie, they will because it's set. We cannot argue the fact that the fucking world is set.
All right,
It's
yeah,
there.
sure. Why
It's
not?
there.
Yeah, Gotham is in visual range of Metropolis across the goddamn river.
This is something that the CW accomplished.
So Superman doesn't
long
really
ago.
know anything about Batman, even though he's like literally right over there.
Yeah.
And he can see him with X-ray vision and hear everything he's doing.
Inconsequential.
Yeah,
Look,
it's right there.
If the fucking CW can accomplish something similar with the Flash and Green Arrow.
Okay,
The CW
Here's-
has destroyed this movie on so many levels.
the CW made a show on a different network better from one of their characters.
For fucking teenagers. Because the CW is a teenager-centric network.
The episode of Supergirl with the Flash on it is great.
You just want to hug people after
It's
watching
fucking
it.
great. Yeah.
You're so happy.
Her and Barry hanging out, like, it's awesome. Like,
You're like floating on a cloud.
yeah,
after
it
you
many
watch
feel
You're
so
like,
many
"Oh,
feelings.
this
It's
is
so
cute.
great. Yeah,
So nice.
And I walked out of Batman vs Superman like,
You feel like
how
you got
long was
fucking
that?
Fisted in the
What
butt.
happened? No, it wasn't even that. It was more.
Says the guy who's defending it.
It was more of just. It was more just like
Exactly.
I don't know
Yeah, what?
what just happened.
Hey, I still like it, even though I got fisted in the butt.
You know what? You know what? It's like whenever you're just
Dan, I need to introduce you to some people.
walking
said that.
walking out of this movie is like whenever you drank like just enough that you got pretty drunk the night before, but you wake up and you're not hungover and you're not still drunk, but you're like right in the middle where you're totally finding like, what did I do last night?
yeah.
I remember it was like something happened, but I don't know what it was. But I feel fine. Like I don't.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just confused.
Do you want to vomit?
Yeah,
I don't know if I wanna
it's like, I
vomit.
don't know. I don't feel sick or anything. It's just I know that I did a lot
No,
of
it's not
crazy shit.
X3 or
Right.
anything.
Yeah, no,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna throw up.
Yeah, no.
I don't think I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. So okay, let's go to the plot of this fucking movie because I need to.
I'm sorry.
Can I
What?
just
gotta
say something, or maybe pose a question, which is kind of a statement? So when I was a kid, I was always way more into whatever was happening in Marvel than I was with DC.
Yeah.
And now as an adult, I feel like DC has like sustained or maintained its place as Marvel's younger, slightly slower, learning disabled brother, who's like, "Oh yeah, he's doing that. Let's do that thing too. What they're doing. Let's do that thing too." But it's like a month or maybe a year later, and
Way
maybe
too
people
late.
aren't, you know.
You know what's fucked up about that? No, this is a legitimate point. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if you think about the most recognizable comic book characters in the world, Superman, Batman are always 1 and 2.
Spider-Man's three.
Spider-Man's
Spider-Man.
three.
Yeah, for sure.
So DC owns the 2 most recognizable fucking franchises, and they can't fucking get it together.
And they put them in a movie together with them as the title of the movie.
Right.
And
they
it didn't make any sense.
Still don't fucking hit it. Again, I defend the movie, but I also think the movie has a lot of flaws. And that's what fucking blows my mind. Like, you have 2 of the most fucking oldest successful things in this fucking genre, and you can't get your shit together.
Let's get to some of those
Can I-
flaws right now.
Can I ask? Well,
No.
can I ask kind of a meta question?
Yeah.
Forgive me. I don't want to Reddit you all. But how much do you think it's a problem of oversaturation? Do you think that how much is too much?
No, because
way.
Marvel's had what, like, how many movies? It's like more than 10.
Oh, they got-
No, but I want to know, because this is a DC setup for more films.
Right.
Do you
No.
think that's part of the problem?
Well, that's part of the Warner Brothers problem.
Right.
The corporate aspect.
I think that's a good question.
that's my
I
question.
think that's
No,
a
that's-
good
that's a good
question.
question.
That is a good question.
I don't think so because like the studios are coming up with different ways to change the, like Deadpool just changed the whole game again.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and that's Fox. That was not Marvel. That wasn't Warner Brothers. That was Fox that did
Yeah.
that. And they were like, hey, let's make an R-rated fucking. Let's make a movie that everyone's been asking us to make.
Yeah.
Because we finally figured out like what comic book fans ask for is what everyone will kind of generally pay for as long as we just make it just hone it down to something that everyone can get behind. So like you get Deadpool, which is fucking. I mean, it's
Great.
R-rated, but like
Yeah.
anyone can walk into that movie and be like, okay, I get it. Like it's an origin story. It's funny. It's like there's some feels in there, like a little bit, and it's an enjoyable movie. You walk out of there like, you know what, that was fucking great.
Yeah.
I had a
It's
good
got
time.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I had a
the
good
Van
time.
Wilder of comic
Yeah.
book.
Well, at the end of the day, like if you walk out of a movie and you're not like, you know,
Yes.
I had a good time watching that, even if it was like sad or something. If you walk out of a movie I literally walked out of this movie with no feelings.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and that's really almost difficult to do.
I was tired.
I was fucking tired, too. It was fucking-
Tired isn't an emotion. Tired is a feeling.
Dan, you are cracking my shit up.
Well, I'll say this though.
Like, I liked it. I was tired at the end.
Who's seen it more than once?
It was like a shitty
Someone mentioned
workout.
drunk baby.
Who's seen it more than
I
once?
wasn't prepared for.
Anybody seen it more than once? Dave, you've seen it more than once. All right.
Yeah, Dave, I want to get because Dave
I
liked
saw,
it.
I saw it
Speak.
for free the first time.
Okay.
Well, there
I
you
went
go.
back
Okay.
with another person.
I have seen it 3 times, and I will say this.
It's not 3 times.
Yes,
Damn.
What?
it gets better every time.
All right.
It does.
I don't know.
Because after the first fucking initial shock of, oh my god, you're used to it, and you appreciate the other things in the movie.
Your asshole.
No. No.
It sounds like you're talking about butt sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not pegging,
We said
But
fisting before.
in the same area.
So,
No, I mean,
all right.
it got better
All right.
because I got past the initial like, what are you doing to the DC universe feeling, because it was a shock. Like,
They took two characters that everyone like. No one needs a backstory for either of those characters. You could ask like 8 out of 10 people on the street if I was like, hey, where does Superman come from? They'd be like, Krypton.
Yeah,
if I said, hey, what happened? Why is Batman Batman? Like, what happened when he was a kid? They'd be like, his fucking parents were shot in an alleyway.
Yeah.
They might. 4 of them might be able to tell me what movie they saw.
Yeah, the girl in the short
Yeah.
skirt and summer top outside in 28-degree weather can tell you that.
Yeah, what
you're
what
right.
superhero came about because his parents were shot outside a movie theater?
Batman.
Every single 10 out of 10 people are going to say Batman.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't need that at all.
3 greatest
know.
origin stories are Superman, Batman, and Jesus Christ. any person,
Wow, I didn't think-
any person,
And only 2 of those are believable.
it's real. It's legit though. Like you could ask anybody about the 3, and honestly 4. Like you asked about Peter Parker. Like they know
was gonna
that
say.
too. Like they,
that's a different version of the Batman one.
what's that?
Peter Parker's is a different version of Batman.
It is. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the same
But I
story.
mean, it's yeah. You're right. Like unnecessary. Showing the origin story of Batman. 100%.
Well, it's like it's okay. So all the things that they like, it's almost like they wrote down like what do we have to do and what do we not have to do, and they took those lists and completely misinterpreted them. So, like, okay, so with Batman, they'd be like, okay, so everybody knows like, how his parents were shot. Let's just do it again. Let's just do it again.
Because
Oh, but
we
this time,
haven't seen it
let's
enough.
like his dad's gonna punch the robber in the
his
face,
dad's Negan.
and
Yeah,
then
his dad is Negan.
That was crazy.
His dad's John Winchester.
I can't believe they got him to play
His
that.
dad is the comedian.
character.
but then his mom tries to like fucking murk the robber too.
Yeah.
and it's like, what sort of asshole dad is gonna be like, hey, dude, I'm super rich.
They
Just
kinda-
take fucking all my
Seriously,
shit, whatever.
just take all our shit,
like,
man.
oh, instead I'm gonna be so outraged at somebody trying to rob me. I'm gonna try to punt. Like, no, man. Who
Yeah,
the
we
fuck
don't
do you
need to
think
see
you
it.
are?
We don't need to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got themselves
Stupid.
killed.
Yeah. He's responsible. If anything, like he should have turned into Lex Luthor and become evil and just been like, fuck everything. I'm bred from assholes.
I feel like that's a cheap way to burn a couple minutes of a movie. Like,
Oh,
at this
well,
point,
yeah.
I agree.
Like, we don't need to fucking see it.
Okay,
And how many
here's-
times did the
Him
flashback?
falling
Sorry.
down
Oh
that
god,
fucking
yeah, the
well? Why
flashbacks
did
and
we
the
have to
dream
see that?
sequences. Half of them were unnecessary.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. The only one like that might play in later is the one where he's in the desert and they see the big Omega symbol or
Right.
whatever. But like
Yeah.
I like
everything
that. I
else,
like that. I wanna
that
talk
was
about that
was
later.
fine. But like, okay, everything else that had to do with all the dreams, like, why was that in there?
I think to set up the fact that he has dreams, I guess, maybe.
Wait, Batman dreams like everybody else? That's crazy.
Shut up, you fucks!
You have to establish that. We have to establish that Batman has dreams.
He
And
dreams?
some of them are just dreams, and some of them.
I really thought.
Holy shit! I can't believe we're just.
What are Batman's dreams made out of? Trapper Keepers, Lisa Frank, and Oscar De La Hoya.
I can't believe we're talking about this. All right,
Lisa Frank.
all right. Let's just. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start in on this. All right. So
We going to the plot?
yeah,
Let's do
yeah.
it.
Okay. My first question. I asked this to Dave earlier. Can somebody
It's time, Dave.
please explain to me? And I know what Dave's gonna say, and just hold off until other people have spoken, and then you can speak because I know what you're gonna say.
I don't want to hear what Dave.
I want someone to explain to me why Lex Luthor hates Superman and what he plans to do about it.
Yeah, I want to hear this too.
Yeah.
You
Can
cannot
anybody-
answer that question?
Can anybody
Dave.
explain that to me?
No.
Not without
And that is
lying and making shit up in my own head that has no context in the movie itself.
And you're right. That is a big
look.
problem with the movie in itself because it does not properly explain why Lex hates Superman. And honest to God, it wouldn't have been that fucking hard to do because
It
there's
could've been
so
one
much fucking
sentence.
source material about why Lex Luthor hates fucking Superman. So why can't you fucking fit it in the movie? Fuck!
Damn.
I knew you hated this movie. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Demon in me.
Yeah, that is.
Wait. Said the guy who's been defending the movie on.
Good. I can feel your
Let the hate flow through.
Let the hate flow.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
That's the hardest you ever hit it.
Yeah. I like it.
That's the hardest I've ever heard
Yeah.
you speak of that.
Dan,
was
have
good.
some more scotch.
Yeah, fuck yeah, have some more of that scotch.
Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. That is my question. What is his deal? And
But wait, Dave has a response.
Dave does a response.
Well, I do, but I'm full of shit.
No. I don't think that you're full of shit. Well, I'm gonna say something, and then I'm gonna give it to you because like what you said is reasonable from the perspective of somebody who knows a lot about the comics.
Yeah.
Which is not because Warner Brothers is looking to make a lot of money from this movie, which means that they want everyone to see it.
They already
Which means that everyone has to fucking see it, and most of these people don't know what, like, you know, more than like the names of Batman and Superman. So, from like a regular perspective, what I took from it is like Lex Luthor, for some reason, has a problem with Superman.
And he carries a wind-up clock.
Right.
Yeah.
And he has the problem is like presumably the same. He's the same as Batman because they established what Batman's problem is. Like Superman is too powerful. Everyone's afraid of him. We're not sure how to deal with that. So Lex Luthor's like power is never innocent. Blah 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 blah.
Well, yeah, he runs
we can't-
Facebook. He doesn't have a lot of time.
Right. Yeah. So his plan, from what we are shown in the movie, at surface level is, I'm going to get Batman to kill Superman. I'm going to make Superman look real bad. I'm going to make Batman kill him because Batman, in this universe, is not a very good detective. He can't even tell that Superman's on our side.
Yeah, I know.
But he figured out a whole bunch of other shit.
Batman was
Oh, yeah.
literally watching him fight Zod and trying not to kill people, but like fighting his own Kryptonian like alien people against them for Earth, for Metropolis, trying to destroy this fucking machine in the middle of the goddamn city.
Batman didn't know at that point.
Actually, and this is not. This is we'll get to that. Well, there's even earlier in the movie, like whenever you see the flashback of Bruce Wayne looking at this destruction, and he calls that dude who's in his building.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah, that's
"Get
right.
everyone out of the building!" And the thing is like already destroyed, like 3 blocks
Why
in towards the
wasn't
building.
he
Like,
already
wha-
Batman
Why
right
is
there?
why is there people? Why are there still people in the building?
Yeah.
At all. He shouldn't have to. Bruce Wayne shouldn't have to call and be like, you know, I was thinking, I just landed and I saw this thing, so I figured maybe we should evacuate our fucking building because it's like it's about to destroy it.
And that dude
There's
was
an
like,
alien.
"All right, the boss said let's get out. The boss
Yeah.
said let's get out."
Yeah, and then for some reason that guy's still in the building. What
Oh
the
God!
fuck? Why?
I'm sorry. That reminded me. Do you guys know the IT crowd?
Yes.
Attention! Fire! Help!
Yeah.
Subject! Fire!
Fire! Exclamation mark.
Dear sir / madam.
Hope to see you soon.
Yes, Maurice Moss. But that's exactly what I thought about.
Yeah, like why is there
Batman-
anyone still
Yeah.
in Metropolis?
In
Like
defense, and it's
Do it.
I don't
Just
want
do
to
it.
bring it up, but like I don't want to use this.
9/11, here it comes, Dave.
You know, you
But
have,
Dave, wait a goddamn minute. I have to stop you in your tracks right there because 9/11 isn't a fucking UFO hovering in the goddamn middle of New York City, blowing shit up, and aliens flying around and burning shit up with their
concentric
eyes.
circles, like increasing circles, like. They can see that this thing is in the middle of a place, and it's like it blew this shit up, then it blew this shit up, and it's coming closer to our building. Like 9/11 is like.
Sorry, Dave. Go on.
Like the first tower.
Dave.
This is sensitive,
Hey,
but
my
the first tower was hit, and people were like, "Holy shit, what was that?" Probably people in the second tower were like, "Oh my god, are you looking at this?" Like you're probably looking at the tower and be like, "I can't believe a plane just crashed into that." And they weren't looking. It wasn't like you couldn't predict the second thing happening. Like that's
Right.
It happened
Just based on
considerably.
probability.
Right.
Like, oh, that holy shit, man! I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
But like, if a UFO is progressively, if it started blowing up one thing and then it blew up another thing and it blew up a third
Right.
thing, in my mind, I would say this UFO
get
is
far
going
away
to
from
blow
this.
up
Yeah.
more things.
Yeah, I'm gonna get away from
It's
it.
either you're gonna run away or you're just gonna be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna drink scotch and play Skyrim."
Here's a great example.
Yeah, or go out like a boss, like Becky, and she's there like smoking cigarettes with her feet up on her desk playing Skyrim.
I give 0 fucks. I don't feel like running right now.
Bitch, you know my red blood cell count? Now what? I'll eat your babies.
I've done it.
But even a movie example, okay, Independence Day.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
people are
thinking
looking
about
at the blue
Independence
light, and then it blows up the building, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we gotta go now." One building's blown up, and they're like, "Okay, there's fire coming at me. I should probably get the fuck out of here."
Figuring out what to do.
This is just like the first, just the tip of the iceberg. Like that guy standing there watching as things are just being destroyed around him. Like that doesn't make any sense. Okay, anyway, so Bruce sees. Fuck, I don't remember even where I was. Bruce sees Superman fight, like, accidentally destroying people. And he's like, wow, this guy's really dangerous. Man, we should probably take him down.
Says the guy with the plane and the machine gun
Says
in
the
it.
guy who has a bunch of
Holy
guns
shit.
and all of his shit and goes out in the middle of the night and just murders a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Is like, oh, this guy's like accidentally killing people. We can't have that. That's no good.
I mean, in fairness, though,
We can't do that.
Superman turns on his laser fucking beam eyes when he's in the inside of the building.
Zod did that.
Zod did, yeah. It was
That wasn't Superman that did that. That was Zod that did that.
Still,
Right.
fuck Superman.
Yeah.
JK.
So Lex Luthor's. I think we were talking about his plan, right? Lex Luthor's plan is that.
has a plan. Beyond
So I'm
rambling
I'm gonna somehow get Batman to kill Superman by like letting him know that there's kryptonite available and like letting him steal it essentially, because that was part of the plan too. Like he allowed Batman to steal the kryptonite.
What was his motivation? We never got
Well, we're getting there.
that. Okay.
I think. So he puts this whole plot into motion. He's like, okay, so Batman's probably going to kill Superman. And then he's like, you know what? Maybe, what if I also go to the ship? What if I steal Zod's body and go to the ship?
That made me so mad.
Because
He was so good in that first one, and then it just fucks him up.
presumably, Lex Luthor has, like I said, the same problem that Batman has. Like, Superman's too powerful, and we can't have that. So he goes through this process of like trying to get Batman to kill Superman. Then he's like, but also as a bonus, let's create a fucking Krypton monster.
I have your Doomsday.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my blood to create this crazy uncontrollable
yeah.
thing that is definitely more dangerous than Superman.
Uncontrollable. What did he plan to do after Doomsday killed everybody?
I have no idea what his plan was. Like
His taxes.
because the Batman killing Superman thing, that's a reasonable plan, I guess. You know, I'm thinking maybe the writers got there and they're like, okay, so once Batman doesn't kill Superman, where do they go from there? They're like, what if they fight Doomsday? That sounds cool, right? Let's
Well,
have them
and
fight
that's
Doomsday.
where-
That's what I'm talking
That's
about,
where the
man. It's like
movie-
fucking entertaining toddlers.
Exactly.
You just
It's
think,
like I don't know where to go with this. I'm gonna just throw Doomsday in there, whether it makes sense or not.
That's where the movie falls apart because it's two movies in one.
No,
Two and a
it's
half
three movies.
in one.
The movie falls apart once before that. Whenever they pose this really interesting question, which I think we would all really appreciate talking about. Hopefully, we'll get to. Becky is literally forehead face planting the table right now.
She's passing out from this.
But
No,
like
I'm not.
hopefully Civil War will actually address this question of what does the government do in concern to people who have superpowers.
How far?
Like that's a really cool idea. Like
that is.
Superman literally shows up to be on trial.
You could have put that in with the Batman vs Superman move like aspect, and that would have been
Oh,
I would have
wow.
made a pretty cohesive movie, I think, because the two things are very tied together.
Right.
But the whole Doomsday thing
Well,
doesn't fit with either of those things, really. Even though Lex hates Superman for whatever reason, but it still doesn't fit. So it's at least two movies in one,
All right,
maybe three movies.
We should have done a special on this because
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're talking
We
about
should have
this
done a
too long.
drunk special like the Gotham special.
All right, here's-
we
here's-
should, like a real drunk.
Here's
like,
what we'll do. We've been talking about this for too long.
Yeah.
We'll stop right now. We'll
Do we have to stop now?
yes.
I could cut it if you wanted. We
No,
could
no,
make
no,
it
no.
special.
We'll stop right now. And then
didn't
no,
talk
we'll
about-
just finish it off the next part of the next one. People have to keep listening because I'm still fired up about this. Yeah.
Dave needs
yeah.
to.
All right,
Dave,
James.
Dave needs to talk.
Dave knows the
about
secret
his
of the.
Oh yeah,
we need
that's
to hear
true.
from Dave.
You know what?
Chance to talk, and then as soon as he gets on the word,
Yeah.
All right, you're right. I'm very sorry. Okay. All right.
chalk this up to being a guilty pleasure.
Oh, Dave! Don't be demoralized, Dave. Don't be demoralized.
You must defend.
No,
You
no,
must
no,
defend.
no.
Defend with me.
Because
Yeah.
this did happen last time when Dave didn't get to say anything. So, you know, Dave, go. I want because I what you said before did make some kind of sense from a person who understands where the comic books
Yeah,
bring
probably
things.
we're talking about Lex.
Lex's plan,
Lex's
like
plan.
why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Dave,
so-
stand up, look us in our fucking 8 eyes, tell us, fuck you, you're wrong, and this is
I
why.
don't know if I'm gonna be saying all that.
Yeah, do it. But should we segue out of this episode 1 and part 1, or we do, or
No.
number 11 into
No.
No. Let's give.
Let's wrap this shit up. Let's,
Okay,
moment
all right,
wait.
all right, all right. We powering through. All right, I thought we were gonna open with Dave's.
No, I
commentary.
want to hear. Well, I guess we could do that. I guess
That would be kind of cool. We have our main man Dave debut in episode
Let's
11.
go.
Boom.
This is a
People will shut
fucking
it off
special
immediately.
episode. We're talking at length about Batman vs Superman. Plus,
just
we had
keep
to
hitting.
talk to Ryan from Benny Faro, so this
right.
one's longer.
All right.
All right, yeah.
So we're going.
You were on fucking fire tonight.
Nice, Dan.
Have some more scotch.
Respect.
So was that you saying? Let's just keep it
Keep
rolling?
going.
All right, Dave, go ahead.
Dave.
Go ahead.
It's the
Tell us
secret
what
of the
Lex
movie.
Luthor's plan is.
Yeah.
From what you said
Like
earlier.
I was.
No, from what you were saying earlier today, like you're saying like Darkseid has something to do. I mean, obviously it does, like because it has a symbol in the dreams and stuff.
We must speak about Darkseid.
But like you said that like Lex for some reason knows about Darkseid.
Mother box.
Yeah, like a mother
Yeah,
box
you know,
something.
they show Lex is obviously interested in the Kryptonian history. You know, he asks the computer to tell him everything
Yeah.
there is to know about everything. So obviously, he knows everything there is to know about Darkseid.
Right.
You know, they don't make that crystal clear, but
Right.
They don't make it clear
it
at all.
is-
Right. Right. Yeah. And that. Yeah.
It is very lightly referenced and
Yeah.
hinted at.
And if you take that into consideration, whenever if you think about the movie, it's like, okay, if Lex knows that there's some kind of like huge dark power out there, then his plot makes maybe a little bit more sense. Where he's
A
like
little
trying to
bit.
clear the way
For Darkseid.
Darkseid, and like he's like
Right.
counting on Darkseid to come through and like
and
maybe
again,
destroy.
like that wouldn't have cost them more than 3 minutes if they and especially the fact that like
Yeah.
at the end of the movie, like towards the end, they had like the Zack Snyder slow motion bullshit, like where there's like the
Oh.
cannons firing
It's like
off,
15
and then
minutes of
they show
goddamn
the fucking
funeral
shell.
scenes. Fuck.
The shell slow motion, like
oh, I get it. You did the same
cling.
thing at the beginning of the movie with the bullet out of the gun. Oh my god, you're a fucking genius.
cling.
I really don't think so.
You just wasted a minute of screen time.
Yeah, it was like
For
I
a
see what you're.
fucking
Let's wrap it up. I
shell.
see what you're doing. I get it.
Like,
yeah,
The minute
yeah, this
they
is not an art
choose
piece.
to
That's what pissed me off.
explain.
Yeah.
Because you could have fucking explained so much more about the grand fucking plan
But-
if you cut that goddamn
But wait,
bullshit
Dan.
slow motion out of the
I would
movie.
rather watch Alfred slowly walk towards the burnt remains of Wayne Manor for like 30 seconds.
And he's like
I want to watch the shit out of that.
wafting
just like
through the weeds.
just with
like,
with these grain just like on either side of him.
and then
walking.
why did we need the
Trudging.
scene of Bruce Wayne's mother coming out of her fucking coffin
Oh, God.
As a
man
bat? Yeah, as a man bat. Yeah,
Heavy-handed bullshit.
Dr. Langstrom?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Why? What did that serve?
Yeah. What that, literally, there's no reason for that at all.
So that was 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Cut
Yep.
that shit out.
Holy
Yep.
shit.
So like,
Oh, there's so many things.
We just shaved off 4 minutes in the movie where you could
Four. I'd
properly.
say we shaved off a solid 8.
If we can get rid of all the long looks in the movie,
Oh.
we shaved off like literally
hour.
maybe an hour. Yeah,
And-
it's a long
and-
time.
With that saved time, you could properly explain Lex's motivation. Did anybody see? I know a few of us saw the deleted scene that was released first. It was Lex talking to an alien hologram, and the alien hologram had mother boxes. Like he was like sort of juggling them almost. Like
I didn't see that.
yeah, like
it's online.
It's online. So like, okay, if you go a little bit further than that and explain the purpose of mother boxes, you explain the cyborg scene, and then you can explain why Lex can communicate with Darkseid, which is implied but should be shown. If you want to create that gigantic threat, you need to be clear. Like Marvel was very fucking clear at the end of Avengers. Thanos. Was there.
Yeah.
The fucking alien dude went to his throne, of stone in space and told him what happened. Why didn't we get that? Like, if
Yeah.
if you're Warner Brothers,
Instead, we got Lex Luthor talking about his father's painting.
Well, and then the end of the movie,
Oh my God.
you get
And at the end of the movie, it was upside down.
and then ding,
What
ding,
does that
ding,
mean? Nothing.
Ding, 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 ding. You get his ding, ding. Which, okay, I get it because I know what that means, but does everybody get it? Probably
No.
fucking not. So it's
Yeah.
dumb. Like, make it fucking obvious. Make it clear. Make it dark side on the other side, and all you had to do was show fucking. All you had to show was a scene. Okay, you have a fucking box. And you hear that ding, ding, ding after Lex is saying ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
So it goes ding, 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 Lex, ding, 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 box, and then Darkseid smirking, ding, ding, ding. Done. Movie over. Like, so much fucking better because you know what's coming.
Okay, here's what I'm taking from all of this right now, because I would argue that out of us, Dan and Dave probably know the most, or are most deeply invested in all of the lore in the story coming up to this point. You know, followed closely by you.
I don't know if I know the most.
Embrace this shit, Dave.
But
What I'm saying is
Earlier-
this is getting at an important point.
I can't throw down facts left and right, but I know enough to have seen the movie and.
I need you to understand that if you
So-
negate what I'm saying, then I have nothing to say. So you need to just accept that you know the most about this. I'm saying.
Okay.
Step to Dave. Dave said he will throw down in some Batman, Superman, DC knowledge anytime. Meet him at Southside Comics. Bring your books full. But you either have to know a shit ton about this or nothing at all.
Boom. That's
Because people who know, like...
Except for only the first thing. Because if you don't know anything at all, like all that
Right. Like I said, you'll stay home and read the newspaper. You'll read the Post-Gazette. You'll read the Tribune Review.
Right, but I mean, but if you do see this movie and you know nothing about it, then you won't get any of that.
No. I mean, like, so you've heard of Superman before.
Yeah.
You've watched a couple movies. You've heard of Batman before. You really dug what happened in the 90s. And so you go and check this movie out. But if you followed the books at all, but haven't stayed faithful to it, haven't really invested a ton of time into it, you're going to be fucking frustrated. Because nothing is going to be how... It's just going to seem like a hodgepodge, just like a smorgasbord, like a shitty buffet.
It seems like that no matter what level of knowledge you're at, I think.
I don't know. These two guys, that's why I'm saying this. This is how I'm
Did
coming
you
to
hear
this.
how angry he just was? I think that...
But he's still defending it.
No, I think that last outburst was it for him.
All right.
Yeah. Let me kind of say
Dan?
that.
Well, then, you have to know almost nothing about this to enjoy it.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who you have to be to enjoy this, but I'm pretty sure I'm not that person.
Take it back.
Anyway, that's.
Oh.
You know what? We'll talk more about this at the end of the next episode because that's
stitch it all
If
together
we
into
fucking
a-
have any stamina left.
I've got a
Use
lot
your
of shit to
magic
say.
We got
more
hateful
shit to-
haikus. We got
About
what
what?
Chin's doing.
Where were
We
they
got
at?
Walking Dead. We got Daredevil.
Yeah.
Are we done with this shit?
Yeah. For now.
About Rogue One.
We'll do the
fuck
next
yeah.
one. Next
No,
one.
we'll do it.
We'll do
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right,
We
all
got
right.
so much.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun.
Last fucking thing I'm gonna say. You all hate.
Batman doesn't kill people.
You all hate. Nah, shut up. He does.
No,
In the movie universe, he
you
does.
can
Michael
you can
Keaton-
totally kill
Michael
people.
Keaton killed a lot of fucking people.
Absolutely.
Michael
Yeah.
Keaton.
Batman.
and
He fucking burnt some dude with the fucking rear end of the Batmobile.
Yes, he
And he
did.
fucking threw a grenade on some asshole in a sewer grate.
Yes,
so he
he
fucking
did.
kills.
I know that. Which my
ball.
the point of me saying that and that is bad.
Drop a grenade on someone.
Wasn't that fucking Bam Bam Bigelow? That he
What?
blows up.
Oh yeah,
It's
what?
Bam Bam Bigelow. Yeah. The guy with the when he says you miss. Oh no, that's the guy with the bomb. The
Yep.
big guy with the bomb. Yeah, the bald guy. That's Bam Bam Bigelow.
That is Van Bigelow.
Yeah. Anyway, no, that was sort of a lore because yes, Michael Keaton does kill people, but it makes total sense in those movies. You never even think twice about it. You're like, okay, yeah, the guys are trying to kill him.
I
Kill
don't
those
think
guys.
twice about it in this movie.
Yeah, in this
Why?
movie because he has a problem with Superman killing a bunch of people.
No, he has a problem with
He's
Superman
a fucking
killing
hypocrite.
the world. He doesn't have a problem with Superman killing some scum fucks.
True.
Some scum fuck criminals. There's a big difference.
No, there isn't a big difference.
Absolutely is. Some fucking dumb fucking criminal or the entire human race. The innocent people, that little girl's mommy who died in the building, and he was like, Bruce was like, oh, it's okay.
You're telling
okay.
you're telling me that Batman who like routinely goes around murdering thugs, like has a problem with a dude who, for the most part, is going around like saving people from floods
But
and
he
like
fucking
pulling people out of fires.
destroyed
He didn't
a city.
destroy that.
But he helped with it.
He did not help. He was trying his best.
Listen, obviously Batman's flawed in the movie because at the very end he says, I failed him. And that was his admission that I was incorrect in thinking that he would do this.
What does Bruce think was going to happen if Superman wasn't there?
He doesn't think that far because Bruce is wrong.
He's Batman. Batman. One of the caveats of Batman is that Batman is never wrong.
That's the thing, Jared. That's why
He isn't wrong.
That's what the movie.
If Batman was
screwed
ever
up.
wrong, he'd be dead.
That's why the movie screwed up because the movie, all the movie had to do was to validate that plot point was show Jason Todd being murdered by the Joker in a flashback because they showed
Okay.
enough fucking flashback.
Yeah, that would've been fine.
You show that, then you show why Bruce is broken,
Maybe
and
doubting
why he doesn't
himself or something,
exactly,
and then starting to kill
because,
people.
Because the only insight they give into to Bruce doubting himself is when he tells Alfred, yeah, nobody in Gotham stays good, and we're criminals. He says those two things, so we as an audience are supposed to say, he lost his way.
If those are supposed to
But
be
it's
like,
not clear enough.
If those are supposed to be tells as to why he's acting the way he does,
not clear.
It's not good.
It's not, you're right.
It's poor filmmaking.
You're right,
The
it
whole
is.
way around.
You're right, it is. But imagine because the other point, the third point to that was they showed the suit of Jason Todd
Yeah.
with the Joker's, spray paint, and that again goes back to what I said earlier. How if you're not familiar with lore,
Right. That doesn't mean shit to you.
yeah,
That-
right, and that's why they screwed up. They didn't because Marvel movies. And I hate doing this, but Marvel movies open the door to regular people rather than comic book people.
Right.
And this did not. This was, if you're a comic fan, you'll get it, and you might like it or you might hate it. But if you're not a comic fan, you're gonna walk out of this movie like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Yeah. Why was I
And
in there
that's
for
the
2.5
problem.
hours?
Because of Warner
2.5
Brothers.
hours, right?
I am a comic fan, and I know a lot about that universe.
You do,
And I was still walked out there like, what was that? What were they trying to do?
because you're on that one side, that side that like says like, "Well, you fucked up."
it's a movie. I need to go in there and be like, that was cool. I want to be
but do you
entertained. I want to
honestly
come out of there and be like,
"Oh, you're not entertained!"
yeah, that was a fun. It's a Batman Superman movie, and those two things are fun to me.
I
It's
didn't
not-
think
I'm not
it
like,
appealed to either of those crowds. I don't think it appealed to the comic layman, so to
No.
speak.
It
Because
appealed
I
to me.
think they
Comic
went out
layman.
thinking, huh? There's like 11 billion characters. Oh, wait. Jesse Eisenberg's in this movie. All right. And then you've got the comic lore people who are like, what?
every part. Just,
I mean, I don't think it appealed. I mean, you got to choose one or the other.
I
Very few films can accomplish both.
But my 12,
Watchmen
my
is a
13,
rare example of that.
okay, well, that's a different story. That's that's source material. That's directly from source material.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
appealed to the lore fans, but it also was an entertaining film for people.
Oh
who
yeah, yeah.
had
Well,
never been
that's
exposed to
that's
that.
that's like saying like the animated DC universe is actually really good because
Yeah,
it's
oh,
just
God,
it's
yeah.
literally just like straight up interpretations of stuff that the material is great.
Yeah.
This is like let's take a little bit of Dark Knight Returns and like throw it together with Death of Superman.
Death of
and,
Superman,
that'll
Injustice,
be and Injustice,
also Superman.
and some other stuff,
Yeah,
and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, none of that actually makes any sense together because, like, Death of Superman is,
Dude, that
I
fucking
can't even
series-
form
That's
thoughts
the thing, like,
anymore
Death
about
of
this.
Dude,
Superman
Death of
was-
Superman, I fucking showed up every goddamn time the next issue was coming out at Giant Eagle, and I remember going to that rack, and they had those fucking racks that were on a swivel.
That's right.
And I would show up there because they would sell out, or I was afraid they would sell out.
Yep.
And like, my dad would take me, and I would fucking run over there, and I would just like get there. And there it would be, and I had the whole fucking series,
Well, it
and all banged up and mangled. And this movie did no justice.
Well, because the Death of
Absolutely.
Superman was like a fucking, like a lineage, a lifetime of this fucking event. And this movie was a movie and a half.
Yeah.
And then he dies.
No, I
There was
can't.
no emotional connection to it.
No,
None of
it was
it.
it was
None.
fucking
None of it.
dude, 30 minutes of a fight scene and then he dies.
Right.
Hey, did you guys
It was
know Wonder
bullshit.
Woman was
But
in
the
it?
Death of Superman, like you
What?
remember, like you
Yeah.
read it, and you're like, oh my god.
And there was a build up. How many issues was it? 5 or 7 issues, like
Yeah.
building up to like his like the final when he finally dies.
And then you had the entire history of Superman to back that.
right.
You know, so you had that emotional resonance, like you know that character, know.
the way that the end of the movie is shot, like did Zack Snyder honestly think that people were going to be emotionally moved at the end
Well,
of this?
he did film it like it was Christ coming down from the cross. Like,
Yeah.
like it was like we're gonna help him down, and we're gonna wrap him in a cloak, and we're gonna hold him off, and it's gonna be very angelic with the arms out and one arm
I
up in
think
the
it's cute
air.
that you
Shit,
thought
man.
that Zack Snyder thinks. That's right, Zack Snyder. Along with Otan, you're on my shit list.
All right,
Enjoy.
all right. That's enough of this for now.
Put on a side, just real quick, before we leave, I just want everybody to know that this thing we've been talking about and bashing the piss out of for the last hour,
I don't know how you guys
it
got
has
me to bash
made
it.
it has made $750
Don't
of
tell
$1
me how much
billion.
God damn it, just don't.
Over $750 of $1 billion.
Yeah, it's gonna get there.
It's gonna hit a fucking $1 billion.
Who's
man.
still seeing this after
What
the
sort
reviews?
of vapid cunts are out there?
Time out. Do you want it to
Scientology
get
has
to
a
a
lot of
billion?
followers,
You
but
want
it's
it
not
to
like
get to a
anyone
billion?
really
No,
No, you do. Because here's why you want it to get to a billion. I'm gonna fucking preach to all of you listening. You get it to a billion, Warner Brothers will feel compelled to make more, but they will recognize the hate and they will fucking fix it. And it's already happening
Nope.
because Suicide Squad already went to reshoots.
That's true.
Oh, that's a
So
really
it's
good
already
nice.
fucking underworks. They already said like, well, maybe we're not gonna make all those fucking movies we slated till 2024. Maybe we're just gonna make this many. So they're already fucking. They have cold feet. So maybe they're gonna fucking fix it. And I fucking hope
I
because
hope so.
these characters are great, and Batman is the greatest fucking character in all of comic books. He trumps every Marvel character, even though they can't get this shit off the ground.
Yeah.
So,
So
let's
saith
hope.
Pastor
Let's
Dan.
hope it gets to a billion, and then they say, "Hey, Mulligan, let's fucking fix this shit."
shouldn't
Because
need a
if
fucking
they do,
mulligan.
if they have that thought process, which how can't they have that thought process after all the negativity? We're gonna get a good result. We're going to.
Yeah, like if we got this much money in such a shitty response, imagine if we do it right.
Exactly.
Okay, fair
Done.
enough, Dan.
Boom.
Fair enough.
All right.
Get it to $1 billion.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this is we live in a world where Gods of Egypt is a movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, how much money does that make?
Cast by all white people.
All white.
I think did that make that.
Our
did that make
our
money?
Egypt is a white.
I don't think so.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm just like,
Good.
that-
White Jesus, gay fish. Peace out. See y'all in episode 11.
All right, that's that. Hit the music. We'll go to the next one.
Grown-up, human, comic, people! Grown-up, human, comic, people!
Properly explain why Lex hates Superman. And honest to God, it wouldn't have been that fucking hard to do because
It
there's
could have been
so
one
much fucking
sentence.
source material about why Lex Luthor hates fucking Superman. So why can't you fucking fit it in the movie? Fuck!
Yeah.
I knew you hated this movie. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bringing out the demon in me.
Yeah, wait. Said the guy who's been defending the movie on.
Good. I can feel your
Let the hate flow through.
hate flow.
Holy shit.